Russian delegation is in Belarus for a second round of talks with Ukraine with little hope for resolution. A new video shows this happening, bombing attacks in Kyiv, Ukraine's capital, on the 8th day of violence, and the destruction is stretching for miles, including in the key port city of Kherson. Ukrainians are not backing down. Hundreds of them blocking a road near a nuclear power plant as Russian troops close in. And we have some new numbers out this morning revealing more than 1 million Ukrainians have fled the country. We want to get right out to our Robert Sherman. He is live in Ukraine for us with the very latest. Robert.
Good morning, Adrian. We know where the Ukrainians stand on the issue of peace. The question is, how sincere are the Russians in their intentions to seek peace as well? And we do know that both sides are hoping to come to the table this week to continue those negotiations. The Russians have made it clear, though, that they want the dismantling of the Ukrainian military infrastructure so that the Ukrainians are no longer a military threat to Russians. That is a tall ask, especially since, as we speak, the Russian army continues to bomb Ukrainian cities around the country. Missiles, fire, and smoke. Russia's invasion of Ukraine enters its second week. 8 days of missile strikes, shelling and street fighting, and more. Towns are starting to look like this. Destroyed tanks in the streets, bombed out buildings on fire, bricks covering the road. Video from the city of Kherson shows a military convoy making its way through the city. The mayor of Kherson, a Ukrainian official, and British intelligence say the strategic port city has been captured by Russian troops. It would be Russia's first time taking a major population center and a key staging point to seize another important port city, Odessa. But it's still unclear who is in power at this hour. New satellite images show the destruction playing out on the ground. A destroyed factory building north of Kyiv. Nearby, a bridge blown apart, and in the south, destroyed military vehicles and bombed out homes cover a road. The amount of deaths is clouded by the fog of war. Ukraine says at least 2,000 civilians have been killed, another 500 of its troops. Russia claims 500 of its troops have been killed, another 1,600 injured. President Zelenskyy has one message for Ukrainians: don't give the Russians one quiet moment. For the Russian troops, Zelenskyy says go home. Ukraine doesn't want to be covered in bodies. The United Nations Refugee Agency says an unprecedented 1 million people have left Ukraine in less than a week. We've experienced firsthand what it's like to search for safer ground. For some, the sounds of war have become a new normal. Air raid sirens are going off right now, so we are currently attempting to seek shelter.
Yes, this is the biggest problem, that we are kind of getting used to all these alarms, because we hear them every day. This is horrible that we are getting used to this type of life.
Mayor of Kyiv says some 15,000 people are sheltering in Kyiv's subway, mostly women and children.
I'm on the subway now, and it's terrible. How many kids are there?
And you see behind me what appears to be a normal Ukraine, business as usual here. The average Ukrainian citizen did not get much in the way of sleep last night because of the constant threat of air raids, the air raid sirens going off here. But as you heard in that story, it's just becoming a part of everyday life here. Adrian?
Well, and you experienced it yourself. We want to go back to the moment that you and your crew actually had to take shelter during those air raid sirens. What was that like? What did you do in a situation like this?
Well, that wasn't too far away from where we are right now, but we were just sitting at lunch when all of a sudden the sirens went off and we had to leave. Here's the thing, Adrian. So we first went to one air raid shelter, which was right across the street at City Hall. That one was closed. It was too full with people, so we actually had to leave and go find a parking garage down the road. That's where we ended up seeking shelter. What was so shocking to us, Adrian, is there was no sense of panic here. Everyone was calm, and everyone behaved as if they've done this before. And the reality is they have. It's becoming everyday life here. People are becoming normalized to it. It happened 4 times to us yesterday, and we would hazard a guess that it's going to continue to happen over the span of the next few days.
It's like a fire drill, but with far greater implications. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.